Okay, I'd like to call this Government Operations meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Nolden,
Present?
Commissioner Winfrey,
Here.
Commissioner Ellenberg,
Here.
Commissioner Clemens,
Present.
Commissioner Avery,
Present.
Shoemaker is excused, Commissioner Davis,
Present.
Newman is excused, Commissioner Peppin.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay, moving on down to the minutes from November 24th. I need a motion on
I
those.
move the minutes. Support.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is public comments to the board. Public comments once, twice, 3 times. We have no communication, no old business. Under new business, Chief Public Defender, approval of a contract between Genesee County and Robinson, Carter, and Crawford to provide legal services for the Flushing Court. Been moved and supported. Do we have any discussion? Okay,
Quick question that I have is, what was the process for selecting this firm, and what is the past relationship with the county and this firm?
Morning, Commissioners. With regard to this particular firm, we vetted them, I believe, based on the county's certification. And that being said, we had a number of applicants, but these ones, this particular firm checked all the boxes as far as we were concerned.
And they don't have a previous contract with the county?
No.
Thank you.
okay, any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving down to prosecutor, approval of a request from the Genesee County Office of Prosecutor for travel to the Prosecuting Attorneys Association
I second it
Midwinter
with
Conference in
the
Traverse City.
question.
It's been moved and supported. Question, John?
Yeah, how many people will be taking this trip?
How many attorneys?
Commissioners, in my request, I put the full possibility of 21 employees, but we are down to 6, maybe 7. So the actual cost will only be around $2,100. But I would ask that the full amount, which is in our budget, be approved this morning, just in a contingency that somebody adds on at the last minute. But we're expecting around a $2,100 budget for about 6 or 7 employees.
Okay, thank you. Are you done, Commissioner Winfrey?
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Clemens?
Now, is this a conference you usually attend annually, and what type of content is provided to the prosecutors?
This is one of 2 statewide conferences for prosecutors around the state. And this is special each year because it honors and recognizes staff members who have certain years of service, 5, 10, 15, 25 years of service. We give them public recognition, give them a plaque, and it's, it's just the right thing to do in that regard.
Thank you, and I'm sorry, Meredith, I didn't see, Commissioner Davis, I didn't see you when you raised your hand. Go ahead.
With everything going on, do you know if there's any threat of it going virtually? And would we be able to get our money back if that happened?
I do not anticipate that, although it is a possibility. Last year's conference was canceled, and I'm sure there would be a way for us to get our money back because it includes lodging and meals. So I can't imagine that would not happen, but I don't have a guaranteed answer. I'm sure there would be a refund, though.
Okay, any more questions or concerns with this?
And I just want to point out, it's more than just the recognition of those employees. There's a lot of relevant training that takes place, topics that are important to prosecutors, updates on the law, networking, which is very vital throughout the year for us to know our counterparts around the state. We all work together through the year. So.
Okay, any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving down to the Sheriff's Department. Approval of the purchase order for Airmark for the fiscal year ending 2022 in the amount not to exceed $130,000 to provide inmate food service.
Or move it.
Okay, it's been moved. Do I have support?
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion on this? Commissioner Clemens?
I would just like to say for the record that I remain opposed to contracts with our Aramark on ethical concerns.
Yeah, I do remember that from last year. Okay, Commissioner
Just, is
Ellenberg.
this kind of, Mike, is this kind of like the average price what we went last year? I mean, did prices go up with, everything?
I'm sure it's gone up a little bit. I believe it's pennies on the dollar. And what this is for is we are in the process of an RFP with purchasing right now, ma'am.
Okay,
This will get us through for 2 months, January and February.
okay.
And
So then
hopefully
we
we can
should,
have the process completed by then.
so we'll know the next time if it's increased quite a bit.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank
Yeah,
you.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to take this opportunity to commend Sheriff Swanson and his staff. for opening their doors as a warming center for the
Yes.
homeless. I think that was a very good and community-minded thing to do, and I appreciate it, and I'd like to extend that to the sheriff and his department.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, any more discussion on this? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
No.
Hey,
Okay, 2 nays. Moving down, approval of the purchase order for Kenwood Furniture for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2022, in amount not to exceed $6,288.57 to purchase furniture.
I move it.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving down to
I
approval.
move it.
Okay, approval of request to accept the grant from the Michigan State Police for $18,871 toward the Emergency Management Program.
Yeah, support it.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving down to number 4, purchase order for the Jackson Paper and Packaging for the fiscal year of 2022, not to exceed $128,000 to provide purchase of miscellaneous supplies.
Move it.
Support.
Moved and supported. Do we have any discussion on this? Commissioner Davis.
I just want an explanation of what it's for since it's such a high amount.
Yes, it's for janitorial paper, which includes toiletry, other things to supply our inmates, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and all of the items that are needed when they come to the facility.
And how long is it for? Is it for the year?
Yes.
Have you set it out for bid?
It has not, it's just, with COVID going on, it's so hard to get these types of items that we just have to lock in, but we are looking to do a lot of RFPs this year. We are in process of doing several right now, and we're going to be adding these other ones on there also.
And Commissioner Davis, Jansen is the county vendor for this and have been for a few years. So that's why. And I think we're kind of locked into a certain price with them. And so it makes sense to go with them. All right, thank you. Any other questions on this? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Nay. Okay, moving on to number 5, approval of purchase order for Skylar for the fiscal year ending 2022, an amount not to exceed $91,987 to
move
provide
it.
for the purchase of
Support.
cardiac monitors and, okay. It's been moved and supported. Do we have any discussion on this?
I have a question.
Commissioner Ellenberg.
So how many of these devices will we have now, or we just have the one?
We have several. What we try to do, ma'am, is have one in each vehicle. And if you're aware of what they do, they actually do the CPR if we do have, and they're quite successful.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yes.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on down, approval of the purchase order for Troy Cleaners for the fiscal year ending 2022, and the amount not to exceed $25,000 to provide uniform cleaning.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any discussion on this? Commissioner Clemens.
So I understand we've been using Troy Cleaners for some time to do this. Is this something that has been sent out to bid or other companies being considered?
We did check with another company. They were not close, Diamond Cleaners. As far as any of the other big ones, to where we have to have them located for our deputies to be able to get to them, I think Troy was the best option, but we can always open that up also to RFPs when the time is right.
And with
Go ahead.
And with this $25,000 going for uniform cleaning, I guess my question is, how often are uniforms being cleaned? Does each deputy get multiple uniforms and they kind of trade off? Like, what's how many cleanings does this get us? 25,000.
Yes, it's for every department we have, and some of this is deferred to other like the townships and the paramedics. It's like as you can see, it's all separated here.
Right.
Yes, and the jail's probably the biggest. That's where the most deputies are.
And I've been here for a few years, but I think maybe 5-6 years ago, we used Diamond at one time. But that was a few years back.
Yes, we had used Diamond in the past. Yes, sir.
Flint uses
Yeah.
Diamond.
Oh, City of Flint, okay.
City of Flint uses Diamond.
Okay, well,
Yes.
that might have been it. I might
Yeah.
be getting them mixed up. Okay. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm just a no, just because I think these things all need to be sent out for bid, especially at the start of New Year.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, thank you.
Mr. Chair, just as a reminder, for anything under $30,000, it does not require a bid for our purchasing policy. So I didn't want you to think we were skirting the policy.
No, I don't. I just think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, no more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. One nay. All right, moving on to number 7, approval of the purchase order from Hubbard Military Supplies for the fiscal year ending
Move it.
2022,
Support.
not to exceed 64,000. It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? Commissioner Clemens?
So more so a comment than a question. It's my understanding that this contract in the past several years has been used kind of as a catch-all for a lot of different supplies and things to kind of what I believe is skirting the process. So with that, I'll be voting no on this particular item.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Okay.
Okay, 2 nays. Moving down to 8, approval of the purchase order for Michael
Move it.
Karchak for the fiscal year ending 2022,
Support.
not to exceed 15,000 to provide provision for undercover supplies. It's been moved and supported. Any discussion?
Has it been,
Commissioner Davis.
has it been sent out for bid?
Has it been sent out for bid? He'll not answer that one.
What we're using this for is confidential, so I would have to ask if we maybe could talk about it after, or however you separate it, but I don't want to
Okay.
divulge information on investigations and get anybody harmed.
Okay, so would you be comfortable with having a conversation with
Yeah.
him after the fact?
That's fine.
Okay, Commissioner Clemens.
So the comment I just want to make on this, I've had conversations with the sheriff's department and the work that this is going for, and I stand hugely in support of it and the work that this particular division that's getting this is doing and the things they're doing to save lives, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, any other
Might
discussion?
as well stay up there, Mike.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 9, approval of the purchase order for Gray Shift
question.
for the fiscal year for 2022. Been moved and supported. Commissioner Ellenberg.
Okay, so does any of this software stuff, does that go through our IT department here at the county?
Yeah, yes.
And
This was not reviewed by IT,
pardon?
to my knowledge.
Okay, I think we have,
Captain Nelson?
yeah, come on, Captain.
Morning, Commissioners. This particular software is forensic software to allow us to forensically unlock cell phones that are seized in our investigations and things like that. We currently have to send them up to the Computer Crimes Unit in Bridgeport with the state police, and they give us anywhere from 6 to 12 months as a turnaround time. All of the other forensic software that I have received has been of no cost to the county and has been, my training and everything has been given to us by the Secret Service. So this is actually the only thing forensic-wise that we will have had to have purchased from here at the county.
And our IT knows that they will be installing this?
Our IT does not have anything to do with it because it is forensics and it is evidence.
Okay, so they'll be installing it?
Gray Shift installs it, yes.
All right, okay,
My question's been answered.
Okay,
But we'll work with them, of course.
okay, all right, thank you.
okay, any other, one thing, in the account number,
Yeah,
There wasn't- there
there's
was
just
an
a
error.
typo in the account number. We'll make that clerical change in both the resolution and on this. It should be 1010.
okay?
Yeah, we're taking it out of the forfeiture funds also.
Okay, any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Seeing that we have no other business,
Wait.
oh, we do have, yes, go ahead.
Since most of this agenda was on the sheriff's department, I just want to mention again the work that they've been doing. Just this week, they had a story that went out about the work that they're doing on human trafficking, where yesterday was Wear Blue in honor of that and the work that we can do. I was wondering if someone from the sheriff's department maybe could, for a few seconds, mention the work that's being done around human trafficking in your department.
Our ghost team is regularly, day by day, week by week, getting out there, doing undercover ops as far as arresting people going to have sexual relations with underage children. A big part of this has to do with narcotics in our community and the heroin epidemic. They're getting a lot of that off the street. They just took a huge amount off the street on Monday. So every day they're making arrests, they're taking drugs off the streets, and they're saving kids.
Thank you.
Well,
So there's going to be a community event on the 26th of January from 4 to 6 p.m., which we are trying to educate businesses, doctors' offices, and anybody that wants to come and be a part of GHOST. We're going to have a test for them to take. After they pass the test, we're going to make them a GHOST member, and we're going to give them things to place on their home. So if children or anybody think they want a safe place, they can see that that may be a safe place to go, or give information to these places that might help us further in our investigations.
yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say, I talked with Sheriff Swanson yesterday, and he told me something that was just really amazing, that you guys are having a graduation coming up of the Ignite program. And he was saying that you have like maybe 25 or 26 people that are going to be graduating with their CDLs, commercial driver's license. That is amazing, because it's such a big shortage. And I just want to say hats off to what you guys are doing. That is remarkable, remarkable. So I just want to say great job.
Life's arms.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Seeing nothing else, we